Good morning. Alright, I had a question from Angel Rider Creations. Angel Rider Creations wrote in and asked, I'd love to see you do a YouTube video on how to and how you get your video up, as well as what you label, etc. It would be great for the vlog series or just a one-day version of that. Maybe I can get some tips from you. Well, I reply back to her that I would do my best. Sometimes I do this live on Vaughn and Vapors, but for you YouTube followers, why don't I do it here? It'll be a perfect topic for the vlog. So right now, looking at my cell phone, it is 8:26 a.m. When I'm saying good morning to you, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I've been up all night doing different stuff on social media. The setup you see behind me is 3 screens, a very large 42, 20 inch, and a 20 inch. I normally keep social media up on them at all times, video editing software, the live stream, so forth, so on. You get the idea. But this is when I check my YouTube comments and go to hell to bed. So I'll see you when I wake up. Okay, so I just recorded the intro for my vlog. Now, this is all the other stuff that has to happen. I come over, turn off the lighting. I'm sorry if the white balance goes crazy. I would take the battery off the camera, which I'll do as soon as I'm done here with you, and the battery out of the microphone. Okay, I'll turn off what screens are appropriate, and there's Angel Rider Creations comment. If I have anything out on the review desk other than atomizers and tools, it gets put away, and I'll show you how that works. The charger will be filled up with the AA's for the microphone and the camcorder battery. I'll generally go ahead and pull down my bed so that I can get into it. Alright, I go over, move the chair out of the way. Any devices that need charged get hooked up to the charger. I can't do it one-handed, but the Smart 40 right there needs hooked up. You can see the DNA 30 is already hooked up. I rotate my batteries as needed. Okay. So coming back over to this side, any atomizers that, and sorry about the crazy red shift, any addies that need clean get put in one of the 2 cups of water that gets changed daily. And then I walk over here. There's a light switch. Off go the lights. So that's what the room looks like in the dark. I'll see you when I wake up. Hey guys, this is NitroBex. Special vlog today. I've been asked a couple times now to show what it takes to shoot a review. I stream regularly for my juice reviews online, so I'm assuming most of you have seen that. If you haven't, check me out on Vapors TV. I do that all the time. I don't do hardware reviews on there though, so we're going to go ahead and tilt the camera over here and let's start going around the work position. So down here I have whatever mod I'm using and my tools and the box for whatever I'm about to review. So I'm getting ready to work on the Skelly 75 temp control and the e-cig 40 temp control. I have a cup here for cleaning out atomizers. I have the mat. Now if you notice the mat's upside down for me, that's because up here I have a light and the Vixia camera, and then a bunch of clean atomizers and a bunch of devices and all my other gears over there. So first thing first, I gotta get the camera up and running. So I power on the camera and wait for it to come on. I'm gonna start out on the Skelly 75 temp control. And make sure my shot's clear, and then I turn on the light. It's very important for me to turn on the camera before I turn on the light, otherwise it will completely redshift everything. So I orient these so that the camera can see it. If there's fingerprints on the device, I wipe it off on the shirt. Make sure the device is on and it's in the correct mode for starting out. And then I get to start up the camera. Now, when I start up the camera, I'm going to turn on the microphone, make sure I got levels. I'm going to hit the record button, and then I'm going to stop saying anything and sit here and look like an idiot for a minute. The reason I do that is so I have a point of reference for when I start talking in the review when I go to edit. Hey guys, it's NitroBex, and I have a device review today. It's going to be on the Sigelli 75 watt temperature control mod. Now, I choose not to run silicon power lines, there is one included. Also, remember this, you can use this battery. You have your username and your box. Once you get all back in the box, and save the box. Now, the device does not come with battery, you slide it with P650 but once you transfer out the device, just turn on the code one device to come on. Keep all both sides of the door and access the battery from your side. 37 and depending on the battery, the lower power line, and good battery. Going around the outside of the screen, you have a really nice display line. On display in Logic mode, you have your own, and this just shows you the platform online. The voltage slide now. What mode is in power, and it will show you watch. Now, switch over from Logic mode into temp mode. In temp mode, it will show you your ohms, your voltage, your degrees, in the Fahrenheit Celsius, and watt fire. In both modes, you also have battery indicator. The buttons have very positive useful. Let's get into temperatures. You have your regular speed, you have your charging, or charging. You have your temperature, or air and the flash light, and the very nice one. Let's get the operation of the device. We'll start out by getting into Logic mode. So in Logic mode, you want to press on the up now and at the same time. Now, the power down. You simply cycle through that, and one press out. Right now, I have set for 75 watts. It has no lines, it's 0 and 0. So it's going to go all the way on here. Now, as soon as I press power button to 1.16, and this little device will accept extremely low bills. Extremely low bills. Take down to 1 in Logic mode, down to 0.5 in desktop mode. So, and then we're just going on board. Okay, so simple adjustments, you can go up or down. It does roll extremely quickly. There is no roll there is no round robin. Like, it's easy to turn the power. And then if you press the power button and up, it locks the system. Power button up, it locks the system. Power button down, we'll set your resistance. Okay, so you can set your resistance. Works we expect to in Logic mode. Simple small device, audio for Logic mode, also awesome. But this is an actual so let's go ahead and pull off volume, and we'll grab it and turn it all down. So here I have the black series with a nice order. Now this is down here, so we'll go ahead and put that on. This is a temperature. We'll go ahead and press the button to resist, whichever temperature. Now, the answer does not sometimes will answer the if it is, press up for set your resistance. It is power button and down at the same time. You can set resistance, which I just want to have 1, 2, 3. Power button up again, lock device. And then from here, you can adjust up, down, lock. But I know I have this round out around 36 watts. So as you can see, we need to desired watts pretty quickly. Now, if you want to change your temperature, you want to set 360 degrees Fahrenheit. You press both up and down at the same time. But for short press, it'll start selecting light switch. So right now I can change the temperature. It will go all the way up to 675. Okay, so we'll go all the way up to 660 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll go all the way up to 150 degrees Celsius. We'll go all the way down to 100 degrees Celsius and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and it does dust in 1 degree increments, but as you see, the amount there only is not so bad. You can see the actual temperature you want out of 100 degrees, that's what we're set. And we will limit settings, we can fire it. We'll go ahead and work it, and do it. The control is definitely doesn't have power, but out of all the temperature devices I've used so far, this is the one that has the full amount of that you feel on temperature devices. And that's a extremely quick look at the Sigelli 75 temperature control mod. Definitely hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so we went ahead and did our first review. Now, oftentimes I won't stop at one review. I'll actually do 2 reviews at once if I can, to make it a little easier for when I'm editing. That's not always a luxury I have, but it is something I do try to do. So we're going to go ahead and do the e-cig 40 watt temp control, and I have half battery on it. So we're going to check our camera, make sure we can see what's going on. So again, just talking about mods. Hey guys, this is NitroBex, and today I got a review on the e-leaf TC40W, otherwise known as the 40 watt temp control e-leaf. So getting in there, I press the fire button and it's going to ask me new coil up, same coil down. So I'm going to press up for a new coil so it actually reads it. Okay, YouTube, sometimes you fuck up when you start recording. If you fuck up when you start recording, it's best just to restart. I accidentally had stealth mode on. Makes it kind of hard to show you guys the menus. So, hey guys, it's NitroBex, and I got a review for you today. It's going to be on the e-cig 40-watt temp control mod, otherwise known as the e-cig TC40W. Now, let's start on the temp control node. So let's talk about temp control before I go ahead and hand over to the device. Right on the device, we'll go into light, fire coil. We'll show you what temperature is actually at. You have on display, you have the light that's playing fire. If you're actually firing, I'll show you how to find that. And the temperature you have set for. Okay, so I have set for 350 Fahrenheit. We're going to take it. Okay, so if you see the home symbol, it's good practice is to press the power button and off at the same time. And after 3 seconds, we'll turn to the little icon. You're watching the needle so that it does change. Let's say we take off. The monitor will shows your ohms. It might be hot now because fire. It goes 0.10 exactly 4. It's 3.9. You'll know to take that to 0.1 assume that it's fire. Okay. To change the temperature simply go down and also go through the Celsius range as well. It will go as low as 100 Celsius. It will go as high as 600 Fahrenheit. It will go as low as 200 Fahrenheit as high as 650 Celsius. That's round off. But I have to know how to set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so let's go around the outside of the outside of the mod. Take camera off. You have a high temperature on this. Actually, it does have everyone machine. Part here, this is a feature for putting on later on. Two caps, you have the charge port, you have that, fire button, you have a button, and the center button is for setting your mode. So you press down center button, hold it, or now it's light. So let's talk about the same watch. It will set down where you go. So there's 12 on here and 20 milligram, or 20 milligram preset flush on there. Fire up. I'm at 0.13, so I'm just a little too low. So fire down to 0.15. I'll just a little bit because I'm testing this when I started firing. I apologize about that. So let's go to the top. Set a little more to the top. It's 1, 2, 2, 1. Now, I do not have a signature to take off the while you're firing. We'll show you the length of time while you're firing. If you have 10 seconds on, it'll 10 seconds stop. Now, this little device has a whole lot of protection built into it. You'll stop your mods off if you're holding down. So a lot of things that this little device will cut you off for it. Overall, really awesome. So especially for small phone backer, taking person, the mods I don't use, CL75 control, I say watch control. So it is a ridiculously small device. Hope this helps, guys. See you again next time. Okay, so that is what it looks like when I go through and I start reviewing devices. So I'm going to set these aside now to get them charged up and all that good stuff. But I'll be back with you as soon as I start editing. This is always one of the stressful parts about doing reviews. Don't always have something working in front of you. Okay, so we're over at the computer now, guys. Now, normally I would turn on some music and relax with some music while I'm doing this, pausing it in between. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take and turn on the phone, and I'm trying to get that periscope working. So let's go ahead and get the periscope stream up. So it's extremely important as a reviewer to work your social media. Make your social media work for you. Hi for all the people on Periscope, all 2 of you. Right now, what I am doing is I'm getting ready to edit some videos for my review channel. I'm also shooting my daily vlog over there. So, hold on and enjoy the ride. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up Vegas 13. That's the editing software I use, Vegas Pro 13. So it is loading right now. And yes, I did do the Windows 10 upgrade, so I've noticed like some of my stuff is starting up a lot slower. Now, I already have a format I use for my reviews, so what I did is just took out the last review I did in there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and open up File Explorer, and sorry if I stumble a little bit on this because I'm still getting used to the new Windows. I go into my camera files, and I'm going to grab the 3 videos that I shot a couple minutes ago. Now, working off of a flash drive is extremely slow. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up, I keep a folder on my desktop called Work Area. And we're going to drop these files in there. Okay, so now that I have the files that I just edited or just recorded in there, we have to open them up and see what they are. They're not always in the order you would think they would be in. So the first one I'm pulling up is the Sigelli 75 watt temp control. So we're going to come over and we're going to click on that and we're going to rename that to Sigelli 75 watt. Okay, now we're going to check the second one, and I believe the second one is where I messed up. It's only 50 seconds long, so that is the trash video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete that one out. And the third one is the e-cig 40TC. So we have all the files exactly where we need them. I'm going to work on the Sigelli first. So in our main project area over here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure between here and here I have enough room. So I'm going to start by zooming out on my timeline and dragging my end bumper way over. Okay, so there we go. We're going to go ahead and click and drag over the video file, which it seems to be to the point where it will fit. Now I'm going to take and move my sound, which I play throughout the entire video, over, because we want to start getting in here and chopping this thing up. So using the arrow keys to go backwards and forwards definitely works in Vegas Pro. We want to go ahead and you remember that part where I just stayed quiet? We're going to find where I start talking. So right in there, I'm going to put a split. We're going to take out that pad.
Hey guys, this is NitroBex.
And that's how it starts.
Hey guys, this is NitroBex. Hey guys, this is Hey guys. Hey guys.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and butt that up and make sure that it flows well.
Hey guys, this is NitroBex, and I have a device review today.
So
it's going to be on the Sigelli 75 watt.
From here, we're going to go ahead and watch until we get to the next point we have to cut.
Hey guys, NitroBex, and I have a device review today. It's going to be on the Sigelli 75 watt temperature control mod. The device looks like it's got a battery already. Let's go to the box real quick. We'll have a little sleeve, a little flash cover. Now, I choose not to run the silicone cover line. There is one included with it. It also comes with a micro USB. You can use this to charge the battery. You have your username and your orange bar. Let's get all back in the box and let's take a look at the box. Now, the device does not come with a battery. It's slightly weight 650 for it. But one feature that's really nice about the device, just starting off, is both doors on the device do come off. So you can take off both sides of the door and access the battery from your side. There is definitely adequate bedding on the battery. The doors are all magnetic and it's a good firm grip on the battery doors. When on the outside of the screen, you have a really nice display unit. On display in wattage mode, you have your ohms, and this is showing what the last ohms on was. The voltage is firing now. It'll tell you what mode it's in power, and it will show you wattage. Now, let's flip this over from wattage mode into temp mode. In temp mode, it will show you your ohms, your voltage, your degrees, and your Fahrenheit Celsius, and the wattage you're firing now. In both modes, you also have battery and data. Let's have a very positive field. If you're ready to let's get some features. You have your micro USB port down here for charging.
Okay, so here's the part where I made a mistake that we're going to go ahead and edit. So you're going to get tired of hearing me say for charging. Let's see what happens if I back this up. So boom. So we've went ahead and we've chopped that up.
For charging. You have your air vents here for airflow control.
Now we need to back that up some. That edit didn't.
Your air.
That didn't go like I would like it to have.
Charging. Port down here. Or micro USB port down here.
So we went ahead and split it in a different spot. So now it's going to play out that
port down here for charging or for charging.
So we're going to set this to for charging. And rather than delete that area of the file out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop it down and move it over here in case that edit goes wrong. Okay, so
get into some other features. You have your micro USB port down here for charging. You have your air vents here for airflow control, and you have a flush 510. The 510 sets very nicely on this. Let's get into the operation of the device. We're going to start this out by putting it into watch mode. So putting watch mode is a long press on both the up and down at the same time. You simply cycle through them, and it's only one press. So right now I have it set for 75 watts. It has no amount of stress, 0 and 0. Well, so it's going to start on here. As soon as I press power button, set 1.16, and this device will accept extremely low builds. Let's get down to 0.1, I believe, in watch mode, and we'll take down to 0.5 in technical mode. So definitely 0.14. Okay, so simple adjustments, you can go up or down. It controls extremely quickly. There is no control to it. There is no round robin. But it's easy to set in power. And then if you press the power button and up, it locks the system. Power button up, it locks the system. Power button down, we'll set your resistance. Okay, so you can adjust the resistance if needed. Works as you expect it to in watch mode. A simple small device all for watch mode is also the device. But this is a temperature control knob. So let's go ahead and pull off the flow in, and you will grab the temperature control. So here I have the black Hercules with a NitroBex coil. Now this is NitroBex coil, does not do titanium. We're going to go ahead and put that on. This thing is room temperature. We're going to go ahead and press the button for 3 seconds and start temperature control. Now, it may ask me, it does not. Sometimes it'll ask you if it's a new coil. If it is, press up for a new coil. The set your resistance. It is power button and down at the same time, and you can set resistance. So I have this one locked in at 1.23. Power button up again, locks the device. Alright, and then from here, you can adjust up and down the wattage. So I know I have like this type of round valve, 36 watts. So you can see we can get to the desired wattage pretty quickly. Now, if you want to change your temperature, so right now it's set at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. You press both up and down at the same time, but for short press, it'll start selecting when it's going to change. So right now I can change the temperature. It will go all the way up.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in because I know I have an edit coming up here where I had to fumble with the menus.
To up to
we're going to go ahead and split. We'll go ahead and zoom out on it.
I believe it's 600 or 675. Nope.
Now, an easy way to avoid this is to write down the stuff beforehand.
Okay, so we'll go all the way.
Okay, so I found the part where I finally found it. We're going to split that section out. And again, in case something goes wrong with the edit, we're just going to take it over to the side and we're going to butt those two files together.
But for a short press, and it'll start selecting what it's going to change. So right now I can change the temperature. It will go all the way up to, okay, so we'll go all the way up to 662 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll go all the way up to 350 degrees Celsius. It'll go
I
all
do
the
not
way
like
down
that edit,
to
so we're
100
going to go
degrees
back and we're going to do
Celsius
that edit again.
and 212 degrees, way up to, it will go all, it,
so I cut out a different section. Again, we're going to slide that all the way to the end. And then we're going to butt the two files together.
selecting what it's going to change. So right now I can change the temperature. Okay, so we'll go all the way up to 662 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll go all the way up to 350 degrees Celsius. It'll go all the way down to 100 degrees Celsius and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and it does adjust in 1 degree increments, but as you see, the ramp up there on it makes it not so bad to get to the actual temperature you want. Obviously, at 360 degrees, that's just what we're supposed to say. And the limit sets in, you can fire it, it'll go ahead and work and show you voltage and vapor. Temperature control is, then we're going to start out with all the temperature control devices I've used so far. This is the one that has the least amount of that doesn't even feel some temperature control devices can give you. As a extremely quick look at the scales of temperature control, then definitely enjoy it.
Okay, so now I have to scroll in on my cloud there at the end. And I just go for where it hits the densest and I split that off. Now that I'm happy with the whole thing, we go ahead and we delete out the parts that I had to edit. We move the music file back over and butt that up correctly and stretch it out. This is a looping song, so that's no problem. And then we bring my outro right up and butt it all together. So, you think we're done? No, you gotta watch the whole thing from start to finish to make sure it does right. But before you do it, this is when you save. You save here, because if you do not save here, it will ultimately crash on you.
Warning.
Hey guys, NitroBex, and I have a device for you today. It's only on the LCD watt temperature control mod. The device will take this battery all the way closer to the flash real quick, and full level so you know the flash is on. Now, I choose not to run the silicon carbide mod. There is one included with it. It also comes with a micro USB. You can use this to charge the battery. You have your username and your warranty card. I'll put that back in the box, and let's take a look at the device. Now, the device does not come with a battery. You need to slice it away from 650 for it. But one feature that's really nice about the device is turn off. It's both doors on the device do come off. So you can take off both sides of the door to access the battery from your side. There is definitely adequate venting on the battery. The door has automatically and is a good firm grip on the battery doors. Going around the outside of the screen, you have a really nice display in it. On display in wattage mode, you have your ohms, and this is showing what the last zone was. The voltage is firing now. It'll tell you what mode it's in power, and it will show you wattage. Now, so this is from wattage mode into temp mode. In temp mode, it will show you your ohms, your voltage, your degrees, and your Fahrenheit Celsius, and wattage fire. In both modes, you also have battery indicator. The buttons have very positive field. They feel very compressible. Let's get some features. You have your micro USB down here for charging. You have your air vents here for airflow control, and you have a flush 510.
Yay! And that's what happens with Sony Vegas. It crashes. So if I hadn't saved, I would have to do that all again.
Positive feel to them. They feel great when you press them. Let's get some features. You have your micro USB down here charging. You have your device here for air control, and you have a flush 510. The device has a very nice look. Let's get the operation of the device. We'll start this out by putting it into wattage mode. So putting wattage mode is a long press on both the up and down at the same time. It'll come to power down. You simply cycle through that, and it's only one press power up. Okay, so right now I have it set for 75 watts. It has no amount, just telling 0 and telling 0 volts. So let's go ahead and throw on here. Now, as soon as I press power button, it's 116, and we have vapor. This little device will accept extreme low bills. Extreme low bills. Let's take down to 0.1, I believe, in wattage mode. It'll take down to 0.5 in temperature mode. So, definitely where's your 0.14? Okay, so adjustments, you can go up or down. It does extremely quickly. There is no control to it. There is no round robin. Like, it's easy to set the power, and then if you press the power button and up, it locks the system. Power button up, unlocks the system. Power button down, we'll set your resistance. Okay, so you can just go to resistance again. Works as you're expected to in wattage mode. A simple small device, all your wattage mode is also the device. But this is a temperature control mod, so let's go ahead and pull off the flow in, and you'll grab the temperature control tank. So here I have the black release with a N1900 coil. Now this is N1900, but it's not titanium. We'll go ahead and put that on. This tank is room temperature. We'll go ahead and press the button for 3 seconds and switch to temperature control. Now, it may ask you, it does not. Sometimes it'll ask you if it's a new coil. If it is, press up for a new coil. Set your resistance. It is power button and down at the same time, and you can set resistance. So I have this one locked in at 0.23. Power button up again, locks the device. Alright, and then from here, you can adjust up and down the wattage. So I have this tank around about 36 watts. So as you can see, we can get to the desired wattage pretty quickly. Now, if you want to change your temperature, so right now I'm set at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. You press both up and down at the same time, but for short press, it'll start selecting what's going to change. So right now I can change the temperature. Okay, so we'll go all the way up to 662 degrees Fahrenheit, and we'll go all the way up to 350 degrees Celsius. We'll go all the way down to 100 degrees Celsius and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and it does adjust just in 1 degree increments, but as you see, the amount there on it makes it not so bad to get to the actual temperature you want. This one at 160 degrees, that's just what the spec. And the limit sets in, begin the fire. You'll go ahead and work it to a little and vapor. Temperature control is of all the temperature control devices I've used so far, this is the one that has the least amount of that benzene fuel that some temperature control devices can give you. As a extremely quick look at the scales of temperature line, then definitely don't enjoy it.
Okay, so now that we've finished the edit on it, we're going to make sure it's saved. And we're going to go ahead and start the render. So I want to call this one SIGELIE TC75W. Press enter and it will start counting. You're going to watch me Periscope because this is normally the part where I play music. So, for the 2 people still watching me on Periscope, because I know that had to be boring as hell. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. What's going on? What is I have here? There's around the wall. That's what I'm for you. There's do that. That anybody left in chat at all? There's no song. The one part is after you've done this, I could do an hour-long video on my wall. Well, let me off Periscope, guys. It's fun to see this time. Let's see if I can use social media while we do this. Again, normally I listen to these now, relaxing, talking about doing something other than staring at the bar down there. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to release it himself.
This is what makes one. Yeah, so like, I think this one doing all one. There's a unicorn version.
Yay, we're finally done editing. So that's what it takes to do one device review. I hope you've enjoyed.
Okay, so for the next part of this, I'm going to go ahead and do the upload. So I've went ahead and went to YouTube, so you're seeing what my YouTube home screen looks like here. Step 1, go into my channel. Now, from here, hit Video Manager. I wish there was a quicker way to do it than do those 2 links. If you have not set it up yet, go into your channel and set yourself some upload defaults. So like my YouTube's public, people in blogs is the category. I use standard YouTube licensing. I put my generic stuff in here, and then the tags I use are all across here. Okay, e-cig, e-cigs, e-juice, e-liquid, e-cigs, 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 you get the idea. So they're all there. Allowing comments definitely helps your ratings, but at the same time it opens you up to trolls. Users can view ratings for this video. Same thing there. Monetization, basically I get a little tiny portion of the ad revenue that YouTube gets, and this chooses what kind of ads are available. I leave it all default. The main reason I do that is so I can get into Creator Studio. So there's a video editor in here if you don't have something like Sony Vegas, and you have access to a bunch of royalty-free music here. So let's go back into defaults, upload defaults. You can choose caption criteria. I leave that blank. I do a lot of live shoots, so I allow it to edit, show suggestion edits. And if you wanted to, you could like choose your location. I don't. And you can also make it so your video statistics are visible. Like, I don't care if people look up my video statistics. So step 1 is getting your upload defaults. Dashboard from the same menu. And I'm sorry, I haven't updated a lot. So as you can see, I have 11,000, almost 12,000 views in the last 30 days, and that netted me just shy of $6. So that's a shit ton of views for not a lot of money. What I do from here, though, I don't really pay too close attention to those numbers. Hit view all on your comments. Engaging in your comments is really important. I haven't engaged in my comments yet today, but I will be after this video is uploaded. So I would come in here, so for example, one dope bloke goes, "I hope everything works out for you, Nitro," in response to one of my vlogs. I'll give it a thumbs up and I'll hit a reply. So going through doing that is extremely important. Your audience engagement is one of your main analytics. So like when I come to my analytics page, you're going to see everything's green across the board. You want views as high as you can get it. You want your watch time as high as you can get it. That affects your retention rate. So the higher your watch time is compared to the views, the better. Monetization, if you have it turned on, obviously you want that higher to try to get more money out of Google. Likes versus dislikes versus comments versus shares versus videos and playlists versus subscribers. That all ties into your engagement. Obviously, you don't want that many dislikes. They will happen. But you want engagement. Engagement is huge. And you can go through here and look at your stats. But the main overview of your analytics, your performance is based on your views versus your time watched. And your engagement depends on, this is what determines how likely you are to show up in a search. My engagement being so high will actually sometimes make me show up in front of people that have more views than I do. Okay, so let's get to the uploading. We're going to go to Video Manager. Now I'm going to be doing a device upload. So the first thing I'm going to do is find another device and hit Edit. Okay. I don't want it playing the video. I'm going to hold down Control on my keyboard, and up top there's an upload button. It's going to open it in a new tab. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and find my review I just shot. So let's go ahead and make that happen. And let me bring this window over so you can see it. So the one I just did is the Sigelli 75 watt temp control. Okay, we're going to drop this from public to unlisted. The reason being is I want to give YouTube the time to encode it correctly into high def. Click and drag the file up. Okay, so we are now here. It is starting the upload process. We are far from done. We're going to open a new tab, and this one happened to come from VapePro, so I'm going to go VapePro and grab their image. So I'm going to go VapePro supply, or I'm going to go Sigelli 75 watt. Okay. So I'm going to click on this to get to their image. I'm going to right click and click copy image. And then I'm going to start up a program called GIMP. GIMP is a free graphics editing program. It's extremely powerful. Takes a little bit to load. Now, in GIMP, you have layers, so forth, so on. I'm going to pull up a file in GIMP called blank thumbnail. I can do a quick tutorial on GIMP, but you can find a lot better one on YouTube, I'm sure. One of my things is my logo at the bottom. One of my things is my little icon. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and click on GIMP and hit Control V. That's going to paste in a new layer that I can click and drag around. And I simply put that over there. Click File, Export. And I'm going to choose to put it in my recorded folder. I like keeping documentation of what's where. It makes it a lot easier for me to find where stuff is going. And we're going to type, instead of calling it blank thumbnail, we're going to call it SIGELEI 75W temp control. Boom. It's going to ask you how you want to do it. Stock settings are fine. We can go ahead now and close out GIMP. Discard your changes because you don't want it popping up with that new layer next time. So we have everything we need here except for the link. So we're going to come over here. We're going to start editing it. The reason I have two tabs open is I'm going to go ahead and copy what my format is. So boom. Now, I know I need to change the manufacturer and the flavor, the device type. So I'm going to type SIGELEI. Helps if I can spell right. Put a dash in. Now, on your titles, try not to abbreviate if you at all can avoid it. Reason being is that helps your search results. Change that from juice review to device review. Now, without clicking to make it so that you can see the entire comments, only that part I have highlighted right now in blue shows. It's only the first 3 lines that show by default. So I try to get the link back to the manufacturers or the people that give it to me in the top 3 lines, because not everybody sees view more. So there we have it. Now, using a custom thumbnail definitely will help you. I know there it is. I'm uploading the custom thumbnail we just made. Now, YouTube doesn't always catch it the first time. Sometimes you have to add in the same file again. So we're simply waiting for it to upload now. We're at 81%. Okay, so while we're waiting for it, I'm going to talk about a couple other things you can do. You know how I set this one to unlisted? I will have to manually go back in and list it. Something else you can do is you can set it for scheduled. Scheduled works well because you don't have to remember, and you can set it so that your viewers know what time your videos are going to come out. I've done that in the past and had mixed reviews on it. Now, another thing you want to do is, when you get ready to set it live, is you want to go to your Facebook, and again, hold down the control key, click on the little Facebook icon a bunch of times, and it'll open tabs. So let's say I was getting ready to put this public. I would simply click over to this one, and I would go to a different group. So say Mod Envy. I would go to this one and go to Mod Reviews. I would go to this one and go Juice Mod Review Finder. I would go to this one and do VU Live. I would go to this one and do Deals and Steals. I would go to this one and do 3 Dogs Vape Along. You get the idea. You're trying to get in as many places as possible. Now, I'm obviously not posting one right now, but let's say I was going to post this. This was the Coilmaster review. What you'll do is take it from unlisted to public. So, public, you would then click on this after saving.
Warning.
Pause your video, get the link, come back over to YouTube or to Facebook and paste that link in. Make sure that preview shows up, and then you can type whatever you want after the title and link. And if I were to hit post, that will go into all the groups. But an easier way to do this is using your keyboard. Control-C copies that. Use Control-Tab to switch between your tabs so you can post in multiple groups. That way you're maximizing the exposure you get on your social media. Something else to look at. Sorry, it's going to ask me if I want to leave the page because I started typing stuff in. Something else you want to look at is when it does go public. Let me get back to my video manager. Down here you'll have options to send it out to Google Plus and Twitter. If at all possible, link all of your social medias together so you can post it in as few places as possible to get as much exposure as you can. Okay, so we are now done. We click done and it'll go in the unlisted status. Now how you get back to this is you go into your YouTube channel and go to Video Manager again. It will be there, but as you notice it doesn't have a check mark here in the center. So like there's a couple I have waiting to go up. This one, for example, I forgot to monetize. If you need to change settings on it, so let's go ahead and fix the one that's not monetized just so I can show you how the settings would work. Click your edit button. So if it's unlisted, you take it to public. If you need to take it down for some reason, just set it to private. It's not really a great idea to take one of your videos down. You can change the titles from here. So like when I post from my phone, a lot of times it'll just say vlog. I can change the title in here though. If you're monetized, you can change your monetization there. You can also do all kinds of advanced settings. So for example, like if I didn't want anybody to be able to comment on this specific one, I could uncheck that. I can uncheck the ratings. Let's say instead of a vlog, this one was for sports because I was talking about sports for some crazy reason. You can get it in the correct category there. Leave this page. Let's go back in. Now, anytime you make a change, it's going to make you save it. If you don't save it, so you saw how I just turned on monetization, it's back off. But when I go to leave it, it'll ask you, do you want to leave this page or stay on this page? I want to stay on this page. We'll save the changes. And this one is day number 34 tomorrow. So if I scroll down, day number 34 tomorrow, and I refresh, is now monetized. So your changes do go effective immediately. So do keep that in mind. Hope that helps.